Over the course of our 5-month traineeship at the European Commission, 9 trainees from DG DEVCO have been working to organise and fund a field mission to the EU delegation in Georgia. The aims of our trip were to learn more about the role of the EU in this part of the world and to see how what we've been learning about development cooperation is applied on the ground. We met with our delegation colleagues, governmental and non-governmental organisations, and even experienced a day in the life of an EU monitor in areas of relatively recent hostility. As 2015 is the European Year for Development, we wanted to share our experiences and to encourage other young people to get involved in development cooperation. For more information on how you can do this, you can visit europa.eu/EYD 2015 and follow EYD 2015 on Twitter.
The EU is involved in a monitoring mission concerning the conflict between Georgia and the regions of South Ossetia and Abkhazia. We participated in a monitoring trip in Gori and Meshketa after being briefed in the morning.
Went to the field to see the checkpoint and administrative borderline with South Ossetia.
We got to really see what it means, that a monitoring mission. So we went with the patrols in 3 different jeeps to different checkpoints to see activity on both of the sides. And afterwards we also went to a camp for internally displaced persons to see really what does the EU actually do in a conflict situation like here in Georgia, and how are they keeping the area relatively stable.
After the monitoring mission, we went to the EU delegation. We were welcome and they told us about all the different projects they are doing in Georgia.
We've just been to the Georgia Ministry of Justice.
Yes.
We have met the EU Technical Assistance Team, who are working on strategies and action plans to implement judicial reform, penal reform, youth justice reform, and they are making huge progress as one of the top performers in this region.
The main reform they're doing in juvenile justice is being able to do a more smooth transition to the judiciary system so as to not go directly to the prison system complex.
On our way from the Georgian Young Lawyers Association, they told us about their activity.
It's been very good to be able to include an NGO in the itinerary and made a nice contrast with this morning we were in the Ministry of Justice, and you can see they're both very passionate about what they're doing. She thinks there's still a lot to do, and that's a great attitude to see in a vibrant NGO.
Coburn is short for Confidence Building and Early Response Mechanism, which is an initiative funded by the EU and implemented by UNDP. And what they're doing is basically fill the gap between what's happening on the political level and what's happening on the ground. So they bring together Georgians, Ossetians and Abkhaz.
We just met the deputy of the Public Defender of Georgia. He explained us the situation of human rights in Georgia, and like from women's right to IDP's right.
We were really impressed, and it was really a really interesting day for.
I think that's quite positive.
We were particularly impressed. But it was quite an interesting meeting.
It was really, really interesting.